man. Welcome everybody to the real Man to Man Lounge. This is the very last real Man to Man Lounge of the summer. Man. Thank everybody for being along today in the Real Man to Man Lounge, man. Get this thing rolling here. The bar is ready. What we drinking on today, OG?
Oh man, give me that Crown Royal apple. That's what I do.
The who?
Crown Royal apple.
My bad. Keep it simple, keep it steady.
There you go.
Mr. President, what you drinking on today? Old Jackie?
Mike.
Uh-oh. Technical difficulty. Uh-oh. That's how he come back here. I'm pretty sure you're gonna say Jack Daniel. But again, man, thank everybody for being in the Real Man to Man Lounge. This is the last one of the summer. There he is.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What you got today, brother?
Sorry about that, y'all. You gotta
That's
love
all right.
technology, don't you?
Yeah, of course. Of
Q Dog
course.
don't care for it too much in the hands of kids. But
Nah.
let me get a Canadian peace lemonade, host.
All right. Oh, damn. Never heard that.
Yeah, you take
Sounds
you some
good.
lemonade and like an ounce and a half of Crown Royal peach.
Yeah.
Nice
I
little summer
had that
cocktail.
before. I had crown piece before. I had
Yeah.
a caramel crown. My brother, he introduced me to that. It's real tasty.
Yeah, man.
Caramel crown roll is real tasty.
Them boys
I
don't
like it.
miss.
What else, Smiley? Smiley said the beat to the intro need a verse from Wayne. Facts. I feel you, bro. Appreciate Smiley here, man. Appreciate everybody on the Real Man to Man Lounge. Last one of the summer. This is a show that just men to get together just to talk some man stuff, man. No sports, nothing like that. Just something that we can teach each other, learn each other, man, and motivate each other at the same time. At the same time. So again, man, you know how I started this Real Man and Man Lounge. We here at the Real Sports Podcast, the Real Man and Man Lounge are no better than nobody. We are no better than nobody. Q is no better than no man, and Mark is not better than no man, and I myself is not better than anybody. So everything is said on this show today, we must apply in our lives ourselves. So again, man, we are no better than nobody. I don't want nobody coming in here and saying, man, these guys, they think they know it all. No, we don't. Trust me. No, we don't. All right, man, start this show off, man. The Lounge Man Lounge. Let's see here. What I want to talk about. Oh, boy. I might go on a rant, and this thing might get a little bit uncensored. It might get a little bit uncensored, but I'm gonna go on a rant here. Today I want to talk about is something that's I've been hearing uh man wise is fellas. I'm just gonna get on the fellas here. Stop making babies and not going to work. Just stop. You gotta stop doing it. Stop making babies. Start going to work. And what I mean, I know Mark, you probably can't relate to that, but yeah, I know you can share some kind of insert to it, man. Because what's happening nowadays, these men out here now in this generation here, man, they having 5 and 6 kids, man, but they don't want to work. They want to go out here and they want to be goddamn rappers, and it's just not working. You have to punch somebody clock in. You got to punch somebody clock, and then when child support get behind you, then all of a sudden you want to try to start gathering up and get a job with that warrant, go out for your arrest. No. You make them, you take them, just like basketball. Make it, take it. Hit the shot, you take the ball out. You make the baby, you take care of the baby. And it's just a shame that in today's society that men just don't want to go to work. I got some cats at my job. Man, it's unbelievable how they quit. A man can quit in the middle of a shift. In the middle of a shift, it is you quit, and I'm like, man, I can't afford to do that. And I just don't understand why this generation right here just don't work. part of it is technology, like we talked about in the last lounge. Technology make things comfortable for them. But man, I mean, you got children, you got kids. You're making these babies, and then then the woman puts you on child support. Then you looking like, no, she deserves to put you on child support because your ass don't want to go to work. So, and I got a friend of mine that has a relative that's going through that same situation. Like he's 38, going on 40 or whatever, and he got kids, and he got the man behind his back. And the man meaning the police. And he got a warrant. So every time the doorbell ring, he hiding up on a napkin, or he's slipping through the cracks, trying to find out who it is. That's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. And I'm telling you, young men these days, if you know anybody that's out there that's going that's like that, share the show with them. Tell them to come to me. You can find me at rootersportspodcast@gmail.com, because these men, they need to go to work. You need to go to work. Stop sitting at home playing PlayStation and Xbox and smoking weed and drinking beers and all that. No, you need to get up and go. You got a woman, get up and take care of her. You got kids, get up and take care of her. Go to work. Trust me, it's the American way. It's what you're supposed to do. It's your duty. You made the baby, you take care of the baby. You with the woman, you take care of the woman. Because guess what? You're gonna get pissed off when she get up and find somebody else that's gonna work with her and pay them bills and take care of that baby. So you might want to get off your ass and go to work now. Now is the time. Move. OG, speak on that, brother.
Well, host, you touched on a lot of things. That's why we call this the real to man lounge, and 2 words, man to man. Mm-hmm. A lot of times when we're conversating, is most of the time we're talking man to boy. Mm-hmm. And the thing is that I think a lot of young men, when they father children, they look at it that it's working comes from the Bible. It says that a man don't work, a man don't eat. You know what I'm saying? So I just look at it like a lot of young men are caught up into fashions and clothes and looking good and chains and all this stuff and spending time having fun, and they base their life on just that they want to have fun. Mm-hmm. And so, being a father to your child and raising your children, that takes away from the fun. Mm-hmm. So they rather do that than to take on the responsibility of being a father to their child. Mm-hmm. I don't understand it. I just really feel that it just you created this child, and that's not fair to the child. That they have to live in this world alone and learn things alone, and you're not providing for them. You still can have your fun, mm-hmm. but your fun is just in moderation now. Mm-hmm. It's a hit and miss now. It's not all the time like you used to before you had your child or your children.
Right.
So it's not fair to the mother that she had to bear this alone, the responsibility alone, and it's not. And it's not the fact that y'all might be together or not. It's not the fact that it's just you're being a father to your child. Mm-hmm. You're being in your child's life. That means a lot. But a lot of young men, they refuse to grow up. They don't want to grow up. Mm-hmm. They want to be what I call Peter Pan kids. They just like that. And at some point in your life, you have to take onus and know that you have responsibility now. You can't do those things like you were 17 and 16 or teenagers and run with your friends and all that. You have a responsibility, to your family or your child. So you have to roll up your sleeves and go to work, and you can provide for them. And being a real, that is over. Mm-hmm. But they rather lay that burden on somebody else, and so they can continue to go out here and do the things that they do. Yeah. I find it hard for them to even be out here dating somebody or trying to get to know a lady. And when the lady asks them, do they have any children? And you say, yeah, but you never bring the children around.
Mm.
You know, that's not a good look on the woman that you might want to be with in your future. She's going to look at you like, well, why don't you bring your kid around? You know, and any good woman would encourage you to go get your children.
Mm-hmm.
And, but you shouldn't have to get that from somebody. That should be set in stone with you.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a lot going on. I'm not saying that every man out here is an irresponsible parent. We got some good young men out here that's stepping up to the plate. Matter of fact, I seen a guy at the barbershop at the gas station about 2 weeks ago. He had a son that's in college now, and he used to bring his son to the barbershop when he was 5, 6 years old. And, you know, and he used to come to the barbershop with all the older cats early in the morning, and he was thirsty for knowledge. And so he would get all kinds of information of different subjects or news and everything from all those old cats. And he brought his son along with him. And his son is now in college in Central.
Mm.
And I every time I see him, and I tell him, I said, man, you know what, man? I'm proud of you. I said, I'm proud of you. I remember when you used to bring your son to the barbershop every day, every week. When I used to go to the barbershop every week, he was bringing his son every week. And this young man is in college now. And I said, you was in your son's life every day, every week, and you raised them to be that. Look what the results is. This man is going to college to better educate himself, to be a productive young man in this society, and it's all because of you. And I said, thank you. And I shook his hand. I said, thank you. We need more men like you. And he cried. He cried right in front of me. Tears came down his.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I felt good about that. I seen the growth of this man raising his child. I seen that growth. And so, you know, we need more men like that, man. You know, yeah, you got to step up for yours, man. You can't be doing that, man. That's not good. That's not good for your child. That's not good for our generation, our race, or anything. You know what I'm saying? So men have to be men. We have to be men. We got to stop this nonsense.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I agree with you, OG. Mr. President, I know you're in a situation where you know you have to. I know again, you don't have kids, but I know you've been in a situation where you have to just take care of a life, and if what can you tell these brothers out here that got kids or whatever? Because I mean, your day is coming. Your day is coming where you gonna have to get up and do it. So, what can you tell these brothers out here, man?
I would say it's funny, like this is the topic for the lounge today, because like it's a very common theme amongst my generation that if you run into a black man, chances are he's an unemployed father who's sitting at home playing 2K all day.
Mm-hmm.
Like anytime we get online to play 2K in the neighborhood, and the dudes start cooking this. That's always what we say, bro. He probably just unemployed and just play 2K all day. But we say it jokingly, but that's kind of a reality. You know, especially in our community nowadays. My advice for anybody out there, like a young man that's like becoming a father, would be surround yourself with knowledge and surround yourself with people who can help you. It's just me being myself, for example. A lot of my friends are female. So I get a lot of parenting advice from them, like, you know, what to do in certain situations when it is time for me to have kids. And then one of the things that I'm thankful for is I had my dad around my entire life from day one, being able to soak up as much knowledge as I could from him. And not only that, but another thing that also helped me out was my dad also put me around other men to give me even more of a different perspective on life, just to appreciate not only what I had, but also to learn some things that maybe he might not have been able to teach me.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are a young man out there who's about to go into fatherhood, don't be afraid to ask for help in this thing. Like reach out to some men, reach out to some brothers, some cousins, anybody you know who already is a dad, and just ask them, what's their secret sauce? Like, what do they do to get by? Do they have any tips and tricks to how to like calm down a crying baby, things like that? And just try to go out there and learn because you don't know what you don't know. But I think one of the issues is host and Q Dog. A lot of the young men that do become fathers out here nowadays never intended on being a father. It was kind of just like an accident, if you will, and they didn't mean for it to happen. And then also just they get stuck with a job, they don't like it, so they kind of like neglect it and don't really be there for their child and do the things that they're supposed to do. And not only are you hurting yourself and making yourself look really bad, but you're also really hurting that innocent child that didn't actually be here, they didn't actually be put in this situation. So it's not cool. But definitely, I think one of the things that can help is having men like you and like Q Dog who are very approachable, very knowledgeable, and are willing to help other young fathers out here try to become the best fathers that they can be. Because we can all attest to it. The world is a much better place when you have men helping raise these kids. It takes a village, and definitely need more men to step up and try to help us out.
Yeah, and most definitely, and most importantly is, the biggest thing is when it comes down to men, that I'm stuck on that work thing. I'm stuck on that because that's your livelihood. Go to work. I don't understand what is so. You got to be a lazy mother to not just. I mean, I just don't understand it. Like money's not going to fall out of the sky. You have to work for it. Some men use this excuse. They say, well, my father wasn't in my life, so I don't know these things. Bull. You can make the baby. You know how to put it in and to make the baby. You do that. You can do that, but you can't take care of her. You mean to tell me you don't have common sense to how to go to work, and provide for that kid? Teach them something. Look, we got different through life. In different generations, we had some of us may not have fathers in our life, but it's somebody on this earth that you've seen doing their thing. I go TV shows. Carl Winslow, Family Matters. He was a cop.
That kind of
He
stuff
went to
ain't around
work.
too much nowadays, so
Yeah, huh?
that kind of stuff ain't around too much nowadays.
Exactly. But that's what I'm saying. We as brothers, we need to do something. I mean, we need to do something.
I think one of the biggest problem with a lot of young men is that, when they have responsibility of children to take care of, and they know that they go to work, that their paycheck, they won't benefit from their paycheck.
Yeah.
The kid and the bills is going to take all that money, so they won't be able to go and do the things that they want to do.
Yes.
It puts their life on the back burner.
There you go. And it's the growing up part. Go ahead, Kim. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but that's the concept. That's the thing they have mentally, that when they make this money, they'll be lucky to have $30 out of that chick.
Yeah.
And they don't want to live like that. They don't. So they'll cut back on anything that they have to cut back on, like spending time with the child. You spend time with the child. You got to do things with the child. And doing things with the child involves in spending money. You take them places and do things with them. You have to spend money. You have to put them in activities. That's money. They don't want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to do that. That's why they duck and they hide, because spending time with a child is a financial responsibility too.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem they run from,
mm-hmm.
the financial responsibility, because they know if they can get their child and don't have to spend no money, they'll do it.
Yeah.
They'll do it. But now they have to spend money. You got to take the child once you take them places and do things. If the child does this part, expect to home and make good grades, then you have no choice but to honor that child.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that's the part that they don't want to do. They want to take that money and do the things they want to do. Mm-hmm. Get high, smoke weed, whatever, hang with the boys, drink beers, liquor, whatever they choose to do. But there's nothing more important. There's nothing more that you can do in this world that's more important than spending time and being with your child.
Exactly.
And so they got it all. They just selfish, just thinking about themselves. They just don't think that, look, I brought a child into this world. This is not right. I need to do the honorable thing and step up and be a man, mm-hmm. and go to work provide for them. It's not about me, it's for my children and my family. It's not about me. Once you get that concept, it's not about me, then you're not going to worry about what you should have. As long as your family is eating, you know, and they're being raised, they got clothes on their back, and you're in their lives and you're their activities with them, you're being a real father, then that's all you care about. But, you know, but that's the thing that I think is a knock on a lot of these young men, that they don't want to go to work because, you know, they're not going to benefit from the paycheck.
That's bullshit. That's terrible. That's so terrible. It's the way it is. Mr. President, you had something? Because I'm finna go on a rant.
I was just gonna say, like, I feel like it's still possible to enjoy yourself and to live life like Q-Dog was saying, while also being a good father. Because I personally, like, think about two of my favorite rappers, The Game and Dave East. Both of those guys, like, you know, they do the weed, they do the alcohol, they do all that kind of stuff, but above all else, they're fathers. Like, both of them will go to war over their kids. Like, they're always supporting their kids, making sacrifices, going to work every day, just trying to hustle and provide because they love their kids so much. So I'm like, listen to what Q-Dog's saying. It's like, yeah, you really low key don't have an excuse, because you can say you don't have a father or you didn't have one in your life, but I mean, just look at all these rappers that didn't have that either, but look at what they're doing for the kids. So if you, to counter what Q was saying, if you want to be able to make sure you have extra money in your pocket to buy 2K and to buy your Jordans and to buy your weed and all the stuff like you normally do, and still be able to support your kids, all you gotta do is to step your game up. Try to figure out a way, okay, how can I increase my wages, earn more money so I have more expendable money to take care of myself. I may not want to be taking orders at McDonald's, but what can I have to do this right now just to bring some money in, but what else can I do to increase my wages? Can I go to school? Can I learn a trade? Can I go to UTI and learn how to become a mechanic or something like that to make some really darn good money without having to sit in the classroom, like, learning how to read and write all day? So it's avenues out there for you to not only be a young man and live a good life, but also to be a good father. Is just that I feel like you have to have that want and that drive and that determination to get up off your behind and do these things, because they're not just going to fall. You have to have the want to get you have to have the want in you to go get it. So
yeah, you have to have the want. You said, both of y'all said something about it's not about you no more. When you fellas, men, when you get with that woman and you make it official, your girlfriend, your wife, or whatever, when you say I do, all that stuff what you want to do goes out the window. When that baby come out of that woman,
all that,
damn right.
Even before you get to the point of I do, the moment you make arrangements to lay with this woman and had that sexual healing that Marvin Gaye was talking about, that's that moment you need to make that contract yourself. Like,
forget
okay,
that club.
I'm laying down with this woman, I'm trying to get some tail, but out of getting some tail could lead to me having a huge responsibility.
Yes, sir. I had to do it. Forget that liquor bottle. Forget them clubs. Forget the games. Forget all that. That baby, Ace, what is it? Mama need a house, baby needs shoes. You know, I mean, come on, that stuff go out the window, man. But these guys, they still want to go out here and buy these expensive shoes and all this here. I've seen it. We all seen it. We seen the daddy look better than the son. No, they don't need to be like that. No, if you're gonna wear Jordans, he need to wear Jordans too. Go out. But my thing is, again, I'm stuck on it. Get your ass to work. Go to work. Go to work. I don't care where you go, and you can go to Russia, France, South Africa, whatever. You have to work. It's important for us men. It's important to work. And like Mark said, if you don't have enough, get 2 jobs. Get 2. My Uncle West said, if you, and I told you it's going to get uncensored today, but my Uncle West said, if you got to shovel shit for $7 an hour, you better make it work.
Gotta make it work.
You better make it work. You gotta make it work.
But then again, you know, y'all talking good stuff on what you're saying, and what you're saying that it's not about you no more. It's about that child. You can't sit here and say that I won't work a $10 an hour job. That's beneath me. It can't be beneath you
It can't
because
be
you got
beneath you.
responsibility.
Yes, sir.
You got to take something, and like on a piggyback on what Mark was saying, until you can do better.
Yeah.
You know, if it's a job at McDonald's, it's imperative that you take that so you could still provide for your child, and at the same time be trying to do better.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying, further your education or apply for a better job paying better wages or something. You know what I'm saying? You can grow, but at the same time, you cannot be stagnant and you can't stop because that child still has to eat and that child still has to work. That child grows and needs clothes. A child needs something every day.
Yeah.
So you have to go out there and keep stacking your money. And then when the child needs something, you ready. You know, but don't look at it because that's something that's a job that you wouldn't take. That's a job that's beneath you. Look at it as that this is helping take care of my child.
Beneath you.
It's not about me it's not about me no more. I'm done. I'm on the back burner. You know, it's about that child, and I got to do what I got to do. You know, to take care of my child. I had this white man a long time ago, and I'll never forget the way that man looked at me. And I was a young man then. I mean, I had to be probably about 24 when we was talking. Man, that man looked me dead in my face and stared at me. I'll never forget the way he did it. And I'm 55. That man looked at me and that man said, I'll do anything to take care of my family. And he looked at me with a scowl that was so serious, man, put the fear of God in me. I was like, this damn man is serious. You know what I'm saying? I said, damn, I ain't never looked at somebody. That man said, I'll do anything to take care of my family. And that's the way you're supposed to, that's the way you're supposed to do. That's the sense that you're supposed to take on as a man.
Yeah.
It's not about me. It's about keeping my family standing straight up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I can wear the regular cold or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I tell people all the time, there's nothing wrong with you looking like $1 million as long as your child look like $1 billion.
There you go. There you go. There you go. There you
go. That's all I care about, you know. But you know, you can't. People, a lot of guys like that want to take care of the children. They want to look good. They want to ride the nicest rides, and they want to look like this and look like that. They're concerned about themselves than the well-being of their children. They don't care nothing about that.
They don't care nothing about it. They don't care nothing about
and
it.
I don't understand that concept. It's
not even.
You haven't grown up,
right? And it's kids, of course, but it's also when you get with a woman. I'm gonna go take you guys, ladies and gentlemen, above. I'm gonna break kayfabe. Martin knows about. I'm gonna break kayfabe. I'm gonna go to my personal. I'm gonna speak for me because I went through it. I went through it, and I was in truck driving school. One of the hardest things I ever did in my life. Drive a truck. It's hard. It was hard, and I had this guy named Ahmed. He was our instructor, and Ahmed. I get in the truck in the yard, and Ahmed used to yell. When you do something wrong, he'd yell at you. So I kind of hear it and not hear it, just trying to, focus or whatever. And everything. One day he caught me wrong. Boy, he caught me wrong. And the man he yelled. He did something. I went the wrong way or something. And boy, he yelled. And I jumped out of that truck. I couldn't put that truck in park quick enough. And I jumped out of that truck and I went beeline straight at him. I went beeline. And he was literally right here. Because I know if I hit him, I would probably killed him. That's how angry I was. And I said, listen, man. I put my finger and I said, listen, you better stop yelling at me. You gotta stop yelling at me. So I went to Pam, which is she's over the business. I went to Pam and I said, Miss Pam, I said, I don't think I'm gonna do this no more. But then when I said it, I caught myself. I said, you know what? No. I said, I'm having an issue with Ahmed. She said, what's wrong? And she said, he yelling and stuff like that. She said, oh, well, he got a pass. People have been yelling at him, whatever. So she said, just take a breather. So what I did, I sat in my car for about a good 30 minutes. I sat in my car. And I didn't want to hear it. I was about to leave, but I couldn't. You know why? Because I got a wife and a son.
They'll do it.
They'll do it.
I thought about them. I'm letting them down.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? It took me a whole year to get that shit, but I let them down. I'm here to get better, For them, I ain't worried about me. I'm gonna be all right. Hell, I can work at McDonald's and be all right.
Yep.
I'll be all right. I'm good. But it's them. I thought about them. I'm letting them down. Okay. So what I did, lo and behold, I talked to him, a man to man. I told him, I said, look, man, you gotta stop it. You know what? I came to him like a man. I talked to him like a man. I said, listen, you gotta stop that. You help me, I help you. And me and him became best of friends. And I got along, and I passed the test or whatever. But the simple fact is, I was on the brink because I was finna beat the brakes off this dude. Like it wouldn't even be, it'll be a slaughter. Because I was that mad. But I thought about my family and why I'm here. I get up every morning, go all the way to Thomasville, North Carolina. Every Saturday, I would go on weekends. And then I started getting better. I said, you know what? And luckily, my job would let me practice backing up in the parking lots and doing stuff like that. Man, I was looking at videos. We just talked about Kobe Bryant Tuesday and his mentality. I grabbed that. I was working it. I was looking at videos. I was practicing when I ain't had nothing to do at work. They let me practice in the truck because I wanted to be good. Because I got something to take care of. Fellas, take care of your woman, take care of your kids. Because somebody gonna come in there. If you don't, somebody gonna come in there and they're gonna do a better job, and then she gonna go to them. And one thing about it, the men get mad because we got so much ego and pride. They're gonna get mad when another kid calls another man instead of you daddy. Well, hell, if you was doing your business like you're supposed to, you wouldn't have to worry about that. You ain't worry about that. These men just nowadays, they're just weak and lazy. Sorry, I gotta call it like it is. Weak and lazy. A weak man will make a masculine woman. Y'all ain't catch that. A weak man will make a masculine woman. You know why? Because she ain't got no choice but to be masculine. Because you ain't.
Right.
But a strong man will make a feminine woman. Because she see you being strong. She see you being strong. So now she gonna back a real woman, she'll back. Okay, he got it. That's what we do. Again, I'm gonna say that again. A weak man will make a masculine woman. It's a lot of men out here that have women that's just, man, telling a man what to do and beating him up and all that good stuff, and he's just weak. But you did that. Why? Because you're not doing your business as a man. You're not doing your business. And some of these women are hurt. Some of these women are masculine like that because they've been hurt in the past. So they have no choice but to be that way. But if we coming into a situation like that, you got a masculine woman, guess what? You be a masculine man. I guarantee you, she will back down. That's all women want is security. Security. They depend on us. Fellas, men, they depend on us. My wife depends on me. Don't you? You hear me? She do. Depend on me to go to work. I get up 3 o'clock in the morning, go to work. Every day, Monday through Friday. Do I want to? Hell no. But I got to. If I don't, I ain't got no house. I probably ain't got no wife. A kid looking at my son. I got a son. What I'm going to tell him? Hell, if I ain't go to work, we wouldn't even be talking. You wouldn't even be seeing me. All this is paid for. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to. I don't care where you go in the world, man. You have to go to work, and fellas just need to go to work and stop doing. Forget this club stuff. Forget rapping. If you want to rap on the side. Rap at work. Write a verse while you loading the truck, building a house. Do that.
Can I speak on that, host?
Yes, sir.
So
Gotta go because I'm going.
There is a young man I follow on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
He's an aspiring rapper, and he posts his music all the time. Like one of the realest things I saw from him is, like we're talking about, he's got a young son. He's got a young son that's 3 years old, and this man is out here working all kinds of crazy hours at Amazon, being working in a warehouse and being a delivery driver, and barely scraping by with like the money in his pocket. And people ask him, well, why are you doing that? Why don't you just devote yourself to music full time? And he always goes back to what you were talking about, host. He has a son he has to take care of and provide for. So that's his reason for putting up with the crappy wages and the crappy jobs right now. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's still trying to go after his dream, but
Yeah.
the dream is not even the priority missing. The priority missing is his kid. So there are some young men out there that are willing to make those sacrifices and do what they have to do for their kids.
Yeah.
And definitely want to
It
shout out to
is.
them, salute them, and speak to them. But
It is. And y'all better thank Mark. Y'all better thank Mark for speaking on your behalf. Y'all better thank him because he's speaking on your behalf. But it is true, Mark. You are right. But you got nice, that's nice guys from his last now with that.
Yeah,
nice guys from his last.
If you're a young person out there, like I'll give you another example. It's a young man that plays 2K for a living. Believe it or not, he gets paid $60K a year to play NBA 2K in the 2K league. But he has a family, so what he started out doing was he was working a regular job just to keep the bills paid and his family fed. And in his off time, he would grind on 2K to keep sharpening his skills because he knew that, hey, I really don't want to go to work, but I still want to be able to provide for my people. So he grinded it out on 2K, got real good at it, got into the 2K league, and like I said, is now a professional NBA 2K player. So you can do what you want to do and still be able to provide and have fun and live life, but you just gotta be able to and be willing to put in the work in the meantime to get there. You ain't just gonna it's not just gonna show up on your doorstep overnight. You gotta grind and you gotta work for it.
Got to, man. I think every man we need to be the best at anything we do. If you working at McDonald's, goddamn it, be a manager. Be the best manager. I drive trucks. I try to be the best truck driver. We got this podcast. This podcast is going to be the best. It's going to be the best. I know it is. It's got everything we do. Everything we do. You got to be the best. Women are taking, like you say, they dependent. They depending on those kids as well. You depend, right? Don't you depend on me?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yes.
See what I'm saying? She depends on me to go to work. Yeah, she depends on me to go to work. She need the bill. she need the bills paid. Sick or not. It's important, brothers, man. And look, I'm not no better than nobody. I'm trying to tell you. I had COVID and I still did the show.
Sick as a dog. Still doing the work and still doing the podcast.
That's a fact.
We can hear it in his voice, like bro was down really bad. Like
I was going for like a week or two, bro.
Trying not to go to school type thing. No, he was legitimately sick.
Yeah, right. If you go back in December, a couple shows in December, I had COVID. I had COVID-19. And I was done. You can hear it in my voice. I was done. But I was obligated. I feel like I'm obligated to you, the audience, to give you a show. Sick or not. I'm obligated to these guys. These guys, they come prepared every week. I gotta do something. That's the mindset that I have. I hope that you fellas have that mindset too. When you have these babies, have a mindset to be like, yo, I gotta do this. Me and a friend of mine, he know who he is. We talked about the movie John Q. Those of you that don't know that movie, check it out with Denzel. It's an old movie with John Q. And his woman, his son was sick. And that woman said, do something.
That was the most pressuring moment right there when he said that. Yeah. Because when your wife and everything in the family, you're working together to try to solve a situation for your child. But in the end, it lays on the man's lap. You the one that has to come up with something. You got to do something. It's like when you try to exhaust it all moments. You got to go in your bag and pull out something.
Yeah.
It's just that way. You know what I'm saying? And so I really feel that you have to. It's imperative that makes the makeup of a man in you to be willing to step forward and do those things and knowing that you have responsibility. You turn around, they right behind you. You turn around, they right there, pulling on your pants leg.
Yeah.
Daddy this, daddy that. Hey, bruh. So that's coming. You got to get out there like the bird. You fly out there, get that worm, drop that worm off, go back in and get some more. Come on back. You know what I'm saying? Y'all duck down in there till I come back. Be quiet so nobody won't get you. I'll be right back. What you got to do? You gotta be like, you gotta have that bird mentality, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to have that mentality. Mr. President, I don't want to go into whole personal thing or anything like that, Mr. President, but I know somebody stays with you. You know, somebody stays with you. So that person that stayed with you is looking for you to get up and do it. I know I'm not gonna go personal. I know who's with you, but you know, that person is looking for you to take care of them because you're taking care of somebody, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that person is looking at you. You know, Mark is the leader of the Real Sports Group. People looking at him. That's what I'm saying.
For me, like having my dad in my life, like really taught me the true meaning of that. Because like I mentioned on the show before, like my dad took me all the way out to Stillwater, Oklahoma for my freshman orientation.
Yeah.
And drove in the middle of the night from Atlanta to Durham and still went to work that day because he had to provide for me and my mom. So having an example like that, like literally seeing my dad pull 10, 12-hour days at FedEx and still making my football games, my football practices and basketball and all that stuff, like that's, you know, that's the standard. So seeing that is like, all right, now I know when it's my turn, like I already got the blueprint. And I can't let my dad down by not following in his footsteps. So that's extra motivation for me to try to step up and be the best that I can when my time comes. So yeah, when you have somebody depending on you, you do got to make a lot of sacrifices, do got to do a lot of grunt work. But I will say this, one of the things that makes it worth it, and I already know, just based on conversations with my dad, and I'm sure Q and host can co-sign what I'm about to say. But sometimes when you dead tired and just exhausted and just had like a crappy day, seeing the gratitude on the person's face that you're taking care of, especially if it's your child, like them saying thank you and being appreciative of you and acknowledging like what you're doing for them, that alone like kind of makes it worth it. You know, it makes all the hard work and the blood, sweat, and tears worth it because you know, I'm appreciated and I'm not doing this for me, I'm doing this for somebody else.
I agree. I feel the same way. When my son's sitting there eating, and boy, he likes shrimp. So I cook shrimp or whatever. He blah 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 blah. That's good. That's good to me. Because he's eating. He's eating. I done my job. You know what I'm saying? I done my job. When she over there, blah 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 blah. I've done my job. I've done my job. So that feels good. Look, goddamn it, you know, men just gotta work. We gotta sacrifice. If they eat first, you know how back in the day, women and children eat first.
Yeah,
women and children eat first. Let them go. I'll be all right. Goddamn, if it's a pile of chicken, and goddamn, at the end of the day, all the kids and ate, all the women and ate, and if it's a one piece left, that's fine. Everybody good? You know, that's what it's about. I'll be all right. I'll be all right and put my hard hat on, go to work, get some more chicken. That's what it's about. That's what I'm telling you. That I'm telling you, that is what it's about. That will make. I'm telling you, it will. I'm getting to the closing here, but I'm gonna let Mr. President and Q because I'm gonna shut up out of this. But my main thing is, if anybody on the audience, you have anybody that's going through or know anybody that's making babies and just don't want to work and they need some motivation, bring them here. Bring them here. We will try to make a difference. That's what this show is about. If we can just touch somebody out here, that's fine. But if you know anybody that's a young man that needs some kind of motivation, bring them here. Send me an email, realsportspodcast@gmail.com. Bring them here. We got to help these brothers black, white, plaid, polka dot, stripe, whatever color they is. I don't care. We got it. We got to help them. And today I'm not yelling at the man. In a way I am, but I'm also trying to motivate because Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant is a guy that, you know, he passed away 3 years ago, but we talked about him Tuesday on Sports to Talk About, and his legacy. They building a statue in February. They building a statue for him in February, in remembrance of him. Kobe Bryant has such an impact on people that they still to this day Mamba mentality. That's what I'm saying, fellas. Get you some legacy. Build you some legacy, so one day when you pass away or move on or whatever, people will still talk about you. That's what I want. And it's a terrible thing to have a funeral and nobody show up. That's bad. That's bad. It's bad to have a funeral. You in the coffin, you gone, and nobody has nothing good to say about you. Nobody has nothing positive to say about you. That's bad. Build a legacy, fellas. Build a legacy. Hell, I ain't got a legacy. I ain't got one. I'm trying to build one. You know, and how do you build a legacy? Is becoming and doing what you got to do as a man, sacrificing. So when you're gone or when you get old, your son will be like, yeah. And I remember when my dad, it was 2 degrees outside, and he out there chopping wood to put in a fireplace to keep us warm. I appreciate that. That's what you want when you get old. That's what you want. That's a building legacy. Just like Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant was such a great basketball player. He's passed away and we still talking about him and his work ethic. That's what we want. That's what we need from the brothers. Me, myself. I need to do the same thing. Me, myself. We're gonna close it out with Mr. President and Q Dog.
Oh man, I agree with you, host. Like again, I'm thinking about like my own lineage and where I come from. Like my grandfather was an outstanding father to my dad and his siblings, and that level of fatherhood got passed along to my dad. He raised the bar with me and my older brother, so that's kind of like the legacy that the people in my family leave behind. Like if we gonna have a family, you're gonna protect, you're gonna provide, you're gonna go above and beyond for your family, because that's what the men with the last name Williams do around here. So that's the kind of legacy I want to uphold and leave behind myself. Like I want to be known as somebody who was a hard worker, who was dedicated, and left no doubt that he cared about his family. So that's the standard, and I kind of want that to become the commonality amongst men all over the world, especially in our community here in the States. Like let's step up and be better men, better brothers, especially not only to these kids and to our friends. Let's try to help them out when they need it. If you see somebody who is out here trying to provide for his family, trying to work multiple jobs to feed the kids, and he asks you for a couple of bucks so he can get some diapers for his daughter, help him out, because at least he's out here trying. It could be worse. He could be, like we said earlier, just sitting at home chilling, playing 2K, smoking while his daughter's out here hungry with a bad diaper.
Terrible. OG, close it out.
My thing, I feel good to be a better man and be a man and be a better father for your children. First of all, start respecting the mother of your children. She birthed the child, and she's all the time spending time with the child, going through this and going to respect her first. And when you respect her and see what she's going through, then you come in and that will help you and build you as a man to help together in partnership of raising your child. But you have to respect the mother first. You have to. It's imperative that you do. Whether y'all get along or not, you have to respect her, because that's the mother of your child. Don't never talk nasty about it, because you're talking about your child's mother, no matter if y'all get along or not. Then you can go forward from there. Once you respect the mother of your child and y'all work together as a team for the benefit of the child, to raise the child. You start that foundation right there, and then you can go on and be the best father that you can be for your child. But you got to be willing to do this. Put all your childish things and your toys away, and the things that's causing you not to be a good father or a good, a good male role father or figure to your child, and step up to the plate and do these things. That's hard. Don't get me wrong. It's not easy. It ain't no ABC 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you right now. If you think it's gonna be like that, don't even attempt.
You ain't kidding.
You're gonna have some trying days. I know you is. You said, but don't give up the fight. Hold on with all your might. And you're gonna see it. You're gonna see that child go across the stage, and you help raise that boy or that daughter to get across that stage, to get out in this real world and be productive. But don't give up the fight. Fight with all your might. I don't care if hurricanes. Just keep fighting and keep fighting. You're gonna have terrible days when you ain't gonna want to go to work. You're gonna have terrible days when you're looking at water and you're blowing, there ain't no dust coming out of there. So you got to make it happen, baby. You know what I'm saying? You got to make it happen. Those were the days when you show up and show out. So, so when it's all said and done, you look back on those days and
what's up, Universe? My man.
What's up?
They see you in a minute, man. Tuesday. See you Tuesday.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
OG. If you do those things, what I just said, and don't be selfish and think of you and it's for the benefit of your child, come together, reason with his mother, y'all work together for the benefit of that child, whether y'all get along or not. Put your differences to a side for the well-being of your children, and be the man that you can be, and raise those children to be productive into this society. That's what we need. We need all hands on deck when it comes to that. And stop. And I mean stop. If you're gonna produce, if you're gonna make children, be man enough to take care of. If you're gonna just don't make them and leave them.
Put on a rubber.
Oh, yeah, well.
Hey man, this is the real Man to Man Lounge, bro. Pull out.
Something, you know what I'm saying? Vasectomy or something. You know what I'm saying?
I keep it real, bro.
Yeah, do something, man. You can't be out here procreating, man, and you're not, and you're running the other way. Now, don't be no backup man. Grab your responsibility by the horns. Yeah. And then we need more of that. And you know what I'm saying? That no matter how your child buck against you or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You stay strong in your fatherhood, and you know what's best for him or her. And like I say, just go to work, man. Just get, no matter what happens on the job or what they say, you block this, let that stuff go on one ear out the other. You know what I'm saying? Your mission is to keep clocking in and out. That's your whole mission. You ain't worried about nobody on that job. You ain't trying to be friends with nobody on that job. You was to make money to provide for your family. That's the whole reason why you're going there. You know what I'm saying? You take a little heat. Yeah, you got to take a little criticism sometimes, but hey, my child been taken care of. That's the end of the day. That's my goal.
That's the goal. And
that's my goal.
That's the goal, and that is the mission. That's going to forever be the goal and the mission until they close the coffin. That's what it is. That's what it is, man. That's what it is. All right, man. We're at the end of the show, man. We still got time to spare, but that's all right, man. I did say we're gonna be an hour, man, but that was great talking. It's always, good to talk to brothers, man. And Mark is a young man. That's why we call. Well, he was named Young Mark, but got a lot of knowledge, man, as a young man. And of course, we got the legendary Q Dog himself, man, bringing us that OG knowledge, man, putting all that together in one big pot, man. You got a strong man. So again, man, this is the last Real Man Lounge for the summer. Don't know when exactly as we transition over to the NFL season. We'll definitely let you know. You guys know when another Real Man to Man Lounge will occur, of course. But again, man, thank you for this summer. Thank you for all the lounge episodes, man. They are very, very important. This is our most serious show out of the four, of course. And again, man, before I get out, man, my thing is, again, man, build a legacy, fellas. Build your legacy. Take care of your kids. Take care of your woman as much as possible. Build you a legacy, because one day you're gonna be gone. and you want them to say something good at your funeral. You want people to say something good at your funeral. Remember that. Build a legacy. You got a daughter, you got a son. Give them some kind of great remembrance of you. Be strong. And again, remember, a weak man makes a masculine woman. So, and a strong man makes a feminine woman. You take that and run with it, man. So again, man, thank you guys for watching another episode of the Real Man to Man Lounge. Again, man, please hit that thumbs up for us. Hit that thumbs up for us if you like the show today. Share it with anybody that you know that's going through something like this. Share it. Hit that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. Turn on that bell for all notifications. And we will see you Tuesday at 7 p.m. for sports to talk about, man. Don't forget we got NBA and NFL news. We got NBA trivia, Wall Street versus the Deuce. And again, man, everybody have a safe and relaxing Labor Day. On behalf of the OG, the legendary Q-Dog, and Mr. President Young Mark, and everybody, be safe and stay safe. Thank y'all for watching. We out.